everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic and a medium. And thanks so much for tuning in to my video series called Way Out Wednesdays. That acronym is WOW, because sometimes they're kind of way out there. Other times, they're just really good spiritual advice. Like you have your big brother, big sister spirit guide that's just like, hey, human, this is the way it's going down. Pay attention. So a lot of my videos are like that. Some of them tackle topics like concurrent lives, aliens, social, soul contracts, you name it. Today, we're going to talk about something along those lines. And I would say that generally speaking, my spirit guides that I'm channeling right now, I'm about 60% of their communication consciousness is coming through my consciousness, and 40% is the part of Susan that's making it all make sense and spitting it out into words for you to understand, human to human. And normally they sort of download, which means that, like you download a program on your computer. People always ask me, what does that mean? You have knowledge. You got an aha moment. That's a download. You had a knowing, you don't know how you had it. That is a download. You knew something, you know something right now. 20 minutes earlier, you didn't know. That's not you, honey. That's a download. So typically they download this stuff for me kind of in chunks so that I can just say it. Like it's like reading a book, so to speak. It's already pre-done for me, and then I just speak it out. Maybe I'm translating, and so that adds a little human component to it as well. But today, it's a little different. It might be a little choppier because they did not pre-download it. And I don't know why, but I'm going to do the best I can. So the information they want to talk about today is how, and this is maybe they didn't pre-download it because it's a particularly hard topic for me to understand, for me to wrap my head around, and maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm the roadblock here. The human part of me is the roadblock. Like my aperture is too small for this information, but let's do it. We can do it. Basically, what they want to talk about today is how time is a layer cake, right? It's not linear. For the purpose of this next few minutes, you and me, I just want you to pretend like calendars don't exist, timelines don't exist, years lived don't exist. Okay, I just want you to be kind of in a space where you can kind of allow that to happen, because what they want to talk about today is how everything is happening at once. And this is important to you. Let me tell you, before you click off and be like, I don't know how I found this crazy lady on YouTube, but I don't need to hear this today. It is important to you because everything, all of our power is in this moment right now. If I decide to send in my resume, that's a powerful move. If I decide to not go into work today, that has power. If I decide to call up my doctor and make an appointment, that has power. You did something. For good or bad, you literally moved the energetic ball or the needle. You moved the energy. Now, the spirit guides can work with that movement. If you're not moving anything, well, they're out of a job because if you're not doing anything at all, they can't, it's very hard for them to help you. So do anything, and then they can react to that movement. So even though all of your energy is in this moment, you might be saying to me, Susan, didn't you just mention the words concurrent lives? Like there are many versions of us running around this very planet and potentially other planets at the same time? Why, yes, I did. Thank you for asking that question. I have a whole video about that where I talk about my concurrent lives. I literally discover them, channeling them right real time in the video. So there is a video about that. But today we're going to make better use of it. Now, that's a pejorative thing. That's a human thing they're saying. Well, it's better use for our human lives. Okay. It really is. I'm all about the one soul fragment that happens to have sparked inside of this human meat suit, that whose mouth is moving at this time is the thing I care about, right? I'm not going to worry about my counterpart soul. That's not true. That is not true. Okay. See, this is, they correct me. Okay. They're like, Susan, the whole purpose of this video is you are going to worry about, you are going to take into consideration that counterpart soul. Holy love of God. This is why I told you guys this was going to be a little bit different. Okay. Tell me what you want me to tell them. I am putty in your hands. Watch me get up and start doing a jig or the chicken or something. No, I'm not that much putty. This is why I do it this way, you guys. This is why I hold on to 40% of Susan. So I have veto power. I can do it the other way where I'm 100% spirit guides. And, you know, my veto power is much, much less, like minuscule. So I like to have a little control in this situation. So let me go about this a different way. Okay. This is what they're telling me. Okay. The important thing to know right now, that's correct. The important thing to know right now is that I am talking to you in this physical manifestation of my body, to you in your physical manifestation of your body. Okay. This is the communication that's happening right now. Therefore, we're going to use this as our point of interest or our point of contact. Okay. So put a flag in it. This is where we are right now. So now why this is important to you is because there are people in your life and they are significant or important people in your life. And those people you have had, to use a human term, past lives with. Now, we're going to talk in human terms, but we can't describe this in human terms because humans at this point in time in their evolution don't have a very good grasp of what we're talking about. So we're going to have to tell you this in sort of switching back and forth between human terms and potentially introducing new terms and new ideas to you at the same time. Okay. So I'm channeling a little more than I was a minute ago. You can understand that I'm speaking in full sentences. So what is happening is that these people that have important roles in your life, you've had past lives with, and you're also having a concurrent life, meaning in this timeline that we're talking about right now, you're also having future lives with them at the same time. To use human terminology, you are having potentially a past, current, and future life with your spouse, with your parent, with your child, with your dog, your cat, your horse. Okay, there. Now we've laid the groundwork of what we're going to talk about today. However, the important thing is this life, because this is the life. This is the soul fragment that's inhabiting the life, that's inhabiting the human body in this time frame that we are talking to right now. So we're going to concentrate on this life. And we're going to concentrate on how we can utilize, how you can utilize, understand and utilize the information about a past life, how that is impacting or affecting your current life, and how your future life is impacting and influencing your current life. Okay? All right. So let's say, for instance, now why is this important? They want to say, I want to say, why is this important? It's important because it can, knowing this information is very valuable. It's very valuable to you in your human incarnation during this timeline, because knowing this information can help you navigate these interpersonal relationships much better is not the right word, much more successfully. All these things are pejorative. These are all judgment, and they don't want to be judgmental, but easier. How about easier? There we go. Not better, not more successfully. We don't want to judge, but we want to say easier. Now, easier does not, for some reason, this is Susan interjecting, easier is not judgmental, but the others are. So easier. We find that when humans can go through their lifetime easier, they emit more joy and more light. They enjoy the process of the lifetime more. And in that way, in the human terminology, they have more success. If one were to look at this linearly and think that one was going to cross over at some point and then meet this spirit guide entity that was then going to show you a life review, that would be very linear thinking. And one would think that at that life review, one would judge. I did not do a good job with my dad, with my own family, with my work. I didn't learn compassion. I didn't learn boundaries, whatever. That is a very judgmental, but also things that humans get confused is measurement and judging. One can measure their joy or their ease in their life. That's a measurement. Then one can judge the measurement. So they would like to say these are two different things. I'm measuring my joy in this life. I really feel I had so much joy in my life, despite whatever happened. Another way to do that, to look at that, would be I'm judging that I did have a lot of joy, or I didn't have a lot of joy, or I wish I had more joy. We get caught up into this judging process. So they're really trying not to make this about judgment. It's really about ease. Okay, so now let's talk about how this can ease you. If you have a coworker or a person in your life that you interact with on a regular basis, and this person impacts your life, meaning you not only interact with them, but you feel that you have to have give and take with them. A coworker, you would have to work with that coworker. A child, you would have to parent the child or advise the child. A spouse, you would have to interact with the spouse, parent your own parents, whomever might be in your life that you are having a give and take energetic situation with. Those people are not there by accident. They're not there by happenstance. There are no accidents. There is no happenstance. So now that we can understand that, and we want to stay in a place of neutrality. We understand some of you are getting some anxiety in your nervous system, and please try to stay in a zone of neutrality, because you will be able to understand more and get more from this message if you stay in a zone of neutrality. So let's not try to figure out exactly what is happening right now. Let's allow your own angels and spirit guides to help you with this process, to help you have the aha moment, to help you have the download, so that you can see things in a new way, not in a judgmental way. The anxiety that would be building potentially in your central nervous system is about judgment. I didn't do this. I did do this. They did this. I forgot to do this. That's all judgment. We're not interested in judgment at this time. It is not helpful. So what would be an ease to your life and to your energetic well-being is to understand that what energetic opportunity do you have with this person? Now, we chose our words very simply, very clearly. We did not say, what lesson do you have to learn with this person, which implies judgment. We suggested that you use the word energetic opportunity because it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to understand. Perhaps you had a past life with this person where you, in the incarnation of the human that you were at that time, chose certain things that this person that's in your energy influence area, perhaps you energetically let them down. Perhaps they energetically let you down. Perhaps physically there was violence. This energy does not dissipate. It does not dissipate. This is if we're going to describe this linearly to a degree, this is your past life, this is your current life, this is your future life. All three are happening at the same time. This energy did not dissipate, it's continuing. And now you're in this life. This energy might have been negative. This life, the energy from you is positive. You're emitting positive energy. But in the past or current in a different realm, you've emitted negative energy. This person that's interacting with you is seeing you interact with positive energy in the physical realm of the incarnation that you are inhabiting at this time. However, energetically, they're picking up this negative thing that happened in a different realm, so to speak. So if we think about it like that, if we think about it like there's 1, 2, 3 realms, existences. In this existence, you and this person are maybe fighting each other physically. In this existence, you're working together on a team. In this existence, you're mother and daughter. That might feel overwhelming. Again, stay in a place of neutrality. What we want to do is understand from our perspective, not from the person that's external to you, not from their perspective. This is a limiting idea that humans have, that they must fix others. One tree does not try to fix the other tree. There are limits. There are limits to what you can do to help other people. We are talking about you and your, for the sake of this conversation, 3 realms: the past, the present, the future. And let's say in these 3 realms, in the past, there was tension, strife, violence. In the current life, there's misunderstanding. There's on again, off again, complications. So this energy is not manifesting in this life as violence. In this life, it's manifesting as complication, misunderstanding, mistrust. And in this life, you don't know why. You don't know why you don't trust this person. You don't know why you don't like this person, even if it's your own child. Why don't I get along with them? Why don't they like me? Why do I feel some kind of way towards them, even though I'm their parent? The answer would lie in other realms. Energy is absolutely working all the time, even if you cannot see it. How can understanding this from your human perspective help you have more ease in this life? Once you understand, for your own edification, whatever happened in the past life and potentially in the future life, once you understand those things, you can fix is the wrong word. You can understand those things. You can accept those things. You can accept that in this life, you're not violent. You're not triggering this person in the way that they are reacting back to you, because they are reacting back to you based on energy that is not in this lifetime or this timeline. So, how you would find ease in this situation would be to acknowledge within yourself, this happened in a different realm and is happening in a different realm. My soul fragment chose not to replicate that energy in this realm. Therefore, I am not in this realm doing anything to harm this person. And this person is treating me like I did or I will. That is their choice. It is not something I can make them understand or see. However, once I am at peace, I acknowledge and I find peace and perhaps even forgiveness of myself in this realm for whatever happened in that realm or that realm. And I say, I acknowledge that energy exists. I acknowledge that I have multiple soul pieces operating their own lives. But I also acknowledge that I am living my consciousness, my awareness, my seat of power is in this moment, in this body, in this lifetime. Once you acknowledge that, the fact that that person is treating you, in your estimation, in a way that causes you to be wary or to be hurt or to be judgmental in any way, you will drop your energy in reaction to that. It extinguishes the fire on your side of the energetic equation. Once you extinguish the fire, the energy on your side of the energetic equation, they're free as well to drop that. And more often than not, they will drop that reaction to you because they're not getting a reaction from you. Once you understand the backstory, it has no power. You understand whatever you did in this concurrent life, past life, or future life, concurrent life. It's not in this life. Even though those around you are going to potentially be acting like it is in this life. It is that they're picking up on the energy of it. And because you're unaware of the energy of it, and they're unaware of the energy of it, there is a energy loop between you that is undisclosed and activated. However, as we said, once you understand you're in the power of your own soul fragment at this time, in this lifetime, and you become aware of the energy that's operating beneath the surface, you disengage from that energy, and that energy dissipates for both parties. Everything that we've said can be reversed if you feel that someone in your interpersonal energetic sphere is damaging, threatening, untrustworthy, disrespectful, anything that might feel less than love. This is the same situation that's happening. In the past concurrent life, this person likely had some outward actions towards you that were damaging, physically or emotionally. In this soul fragment incarnation, they may be or may not be exhibiting similar energy. And they may or may not be exhibiting similar energy to a different level. They may be doing this same energy, but at a much less level, minuscule. But that is enough for you to be triggered because your energetic body remembers what happened or what is happening in this other realm. So one would say, okay, in another realm, this person is doing these things. But in this realm, they are not. One would need to be discerning to understand if this person is capable of doing those same things. Perhaps they are, perhaps they are not. This is very important for humans to discern. If you discern that this person has an energy signature of these things they did that you did not appreciate or do not appreciate in this concurrent past life, you need to discern whether that is a potential in this life. You're taking energies that you're not aware of, that are very much impacting your daily life, your daily incarnation, and becoming aware of them. And then discerning whether this is a true situation, a true energy that's active, or this is an energy signature, meaning the shadow, not the real energy, the shadow of the energy. But you're reacting to the shadow as if it's real. So you would want to understand, is this a real situation? Or is this the shadow? Is this the energetic signature of something that's happened in the past? Once you're able to understand that and bring all of the energy into your awareness in this physical incarnation, you then can let go You will not be triggered by energy. You will not be triggered by people and not understand, why am I triggered by this person? Why is this person triggered by me? And is there something that I can understand? Is there something that my soul can understand in this life? Going back to the discernment, you may understand that this person in this life, in this physical incarnation of this life, is here to help you understand, or in human language, teach you something that you could understand. Perhaps in the previous or the separate realm, you had an opportunity to understand boundaries. You had an opportunity to understand self-love. And in this version of your soul, this person is once again in your soul group, your physical incarnated soul group, here to teach you the same lesson, perhaps in a different way. So learning what this person, what the relationship was between you and this person in other realms, can unlock a lot of the grievance, a lot of the confusion, and the frenetic energy that is happening underneath the surface, but yet causing outward manifestation of behavior. And it is the same protocol for future concurrent realm. For the sake of simplicity, we're using 3 realms and not the multiverse. Start with 3. What is my lesson? What is my understanding? What am I trying to understand by interacting with this energy, with this person? In each of the realms, you unlock the door to energetic freedom, ease of life, and more joy by doing so. There are many ways that you can understand what is happening in these 3 realms. You can, for your own self, do a guided meditation regarding, specifically, you want to work with one energy, one person. Pick one person. It would be advisable to pick a person who is not the most conflicted person in your dynamic, your energetic family dynamic. Start with someone who is less conflicted. Even start with someone who has no conflicts with you. This would be advisable. Pick this person. Bring this person to your mind. Think about this person. You may go about this one of several ways. You may take a notebook and think about this person and imagine. Use the word imagine. I imagine my past life, for sake of simplicity, my past life with this person was. I imagine I had how many past lives with this person. I imagine my last past life with this person was. Just write down whatever it is that you get. It's organic. You know the answers, but they can sometimes be blocked by our thinking mind. You would do the same thing for the same person for the future. I imagine that my future life, for sake of simplicity, you may use past and future. If you want to use concurrent, you can use concurrent. Concurrent 1, concurrent 2, concurrent 3. It's all linear. It doesn't really matter because you're describing it in a linear way, whether you're saying past, present, future, or 1, 2, 3. And this is fine. What do I imagine my future life is doing right now? What do I imagine my future life with this person is doing right now? Allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to write or say whatever comes to your mind. Do not edit. Do not punctuate your sentences. Simply write. If it feels better, you can talk out loud into your phone, into some sort of dictation device software, which many phones have this opportunity. This is one way to begin to unravel the ball of energetic yarn. We would like to describe it like this because this is not a take a test, get an answer. It is not linear in that way. It is an understanding, and an understanding can deepen and deepen and deepen as one is able to allow and expand that understanding. So in this way, consider it to be a ball of yarn. You pull some of the yarn, you understand that this part of the yarn is this. In the future, you may pull more yarn and get more understanding. Any understanding is going to be worth the time and energy spent to receive it. One could also have a past life regression, a professional help you understand your past lives with this person. One could use an Akashic Records reader for this. One could go to the videos and search for guided meditation, Akashic Records, and adapt that free guided meditation to help you understand what this person's role is in your life. Indeed, your 3 concurrent lives that we are discussing at this time. So one can pay for this service, one can do it on their own, and one could do it also on their own using pre-recorded guided meditations. There are many ways to get this information. One could also ask to be shown. Simply ask, I would like to understand more about my energetic relationship with this person. In this way, you're flattening all of these concurrent lives into one energetic message. Perhaps the energetic message is the same pattern in all of these existences. And perhaps that message can be flattened into one message, and perhaps asking to be shown this information. You simply put in your order. I would like to know more. I would like to be shown more. I would like to understand more about this relationship energy that I have with this person. Once again, ask from a state of neutrality. If one asks from a state of worry or fear, this will color the response potentially that you get. Certainly when you receive the response, it will color the response you receive. If you think about adding a dye to water, it colors the water. It's no longer clear. The water is now blue or yellow. And if you're looking through that glass, everything will be colored the color of the dye, not clear. You're not going to see clearly. Therefore, do what you can to divorce the thoughts and the preconceived ideas and notions about good or bad about that person. Practice being in a space of neutrality for this exercise, not necessarily for living with this person, interacting with this person, for this exercise between you and your spirit guides or your helpers. You want to clear, unfettered information. Once you ask for this information, then understand that you have mailed the letter. You have pushed send. The response may not be direct. It may not be immediate. We allow time for the response. Also know the response may have a hard time coming to you if you've got preconceived notions or ideas about this situation. If you believe this person is very something, and yet the energy comes in to suggest this person is very different, you're not going to be accepting of that message. And we would say, perhaps discernment is in order. Perhaps this person triggers your energetic response from a previous or post or future or concurrent life. That in reality of this reality, this person is not the same energetic human. Yet, because they have a signature of that energy from these other realms, you're triggered by it. So by learning that this person is not in this lifetime, in this incarnation, is not the energy that you experienced in other incarnations, be they concurrent, future, past. In this lifetime, this person is different. Once you understand that, and you can let that go and not be triggered by something that isn't really happening, you experience ease of joy, ease of life. There are many benefits to the words that were spoken today. Perhaps this is information that can be mulled over, understood at different times in your life. With that, I'm going to end this. I'm going to, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching this Way Out Wednesday. Please let me know your comments. I will try to answer them. I will try to elucidate or explain further where needed. Take really good care. We'll talk soon.